Mr. Patterson, what did you make of David Davis's interventions there and the nature of the debate? He was getting it from all sides, really, wasn't he?
Well, no, he was very supported. He restated government policy that in the general election, don't forget the Conservative Party and the Labour Party both said we would leave the customs union, we'd leave the single market, we'd leave the remit of the ECJ. And in response to my question, where I pointed out that Northern Ireland Statistics Agency said that only 5% of Northern Ireland's sales go south of the border, only 1.6% of the Republic of Ireland's exports go north of the border. The government put out a very good paper over the summer saying this is easily soluble with modern techniques. It's been reconfirmed by the head of HMRC, John Thompson, in his evidence to the Brexit Committee, and there's absolutely no need for a hard border. So this is soluble with goodwill.
But the point is there any goodwill left? I mean, we saw what happened yesterday with Dublin.
Okay, well, what you do not do, you do not solve this by giving some quasi-colonial status to Northern Ireland, still lumbered with all the burden of being in the single market and the customs union. I know some really good companies in Northern Ireland who are really looking forward to the advantages of being part of a United Kingdom, free and able to do trade deals all around the world. So don't forget about those. What you do not do as a solution, which was put out in this draft document yesterday, is to lumber Northern Ireland, with still being part of this, a separate regime which runs completely counter to the Belfast Agreement, which clearly endorsed Northern Ireland's position as an integral part of the United Kingdom. Yes. So we work with Northern Ireland, and if necessary, if this becomes a condition at the end of the week, I got an answer clearly from David Davis, no deal is better than a bad deal. She should come back with no deal. We had the head of customs say quite clearly he's already doing preparations for WTO terms. WTO terms means a global deal. It's terms under which vast amounts of trade are conducted around the world, and we should politely say, sorry, you're being extortionate, you're demanding money, you're demanding ludicrous demands on the ECJ still having a remit over possibly our citizens, almost certainly European citizens. That is unacceptable. You come back to us later and talk about reciprocal free trade and zero tariffs. Fine. In the meantime, we're going to crack on and plan WTO. He should not be frightened of no deal at the end of the week.
At the end of this week, so not even trying to get on to phase 2, but walk away from phase 1 and just say, right now, actually, we're not even going to try and talk about trade. We should have no deal.
By far the best is we have a clear commitment from the European Union that they would like to move to reciprocal free trade with zero tariffs. And we just had a glimmer. I tweeted an article in Die Welt on Sunday from a very respected research institute showing the cost to the European Union of ending up with WTO terms. It's 44 billion a year. Now, at last, perhaps the economic interests in Europe are beginning to wake up. But we should make it very clear. They have a huge surplus with us. It is in their interests and the 5 million Europeans that sell goods to the UK and work for companies that sell goods, they should be working with us towards a free trade deal. But at the moment, they are trying to extort more money, more and more advantages on the European Court of Justice. They're trying to demand terms which effectively break up the integrity of the United Kingdom.
Are you grateful for the DUP and their actions
I stand
yesterday?
strongly with them. We cannot.
So why did the government go so off-piste in that case? You said it was their position. Why did they start to sign up to this draft wording?
I've no idea. I think we just draw a veil over yesterday, make it absolutely clear that we want, as was confirmed in the Belfast Agreement, Northern Ireland be treated as an integral part of the United Kingdom with exactly the same regulatory framework, and coming out of the single market, coming out of the customs unit, coming out from under the ECJ with the rest of the United Kingdom at the same time.
Do you think number 10 is going native? Do you think yesterday was... It's got to be a worry for you and your colleagues, right?
Honestly, I think we just draw a veil over yesterday. It's not
pretty big veil.
Whatever the draft document was, whoever drafted, I think we just forget about that and concentrate on the future. Well, I'm frightfully sorry that our solutions... This whole issue of the border is being blown up. It's a very small part of trade. A lot of it is very regular trade. It can be regulated with modern techniques like authorised economic operators, electronic invoicing. It is not insurmountable with goodwill. And some of these guys, I know. I mean, Simon Coveney was absolutely tremendous as the Irish agriculture minister who got a grip on the CAP negotiations when they had the presidency. So these are practical politicians who, with will, can work with us.
Unfortunately, there might not be quite as much goodwill as there was yesterday. But thank you very much, Owen Paterson.